Ganesh, thanks for joining Westpac Wire.
Hi Michael, thank you for having me.
So we're here today to talk about SMEs and the latest research into conditions and also the outlook for the year ahead. So it seems, even though conditions might have worsened in the first quarter, everyone feels pretty upbeat.
That's accurate. Our SMEs are feeling pretty confident, to be honest, and they've been gaining in confidence over the last 3 or 4 quarters. My sense is, in the conversations we've had with customers, that the last year has been tough for them. They've had significant margin pressure. They've had to adapt to changing consumer behaviors, and they feel that they've really come through that well. They feel really match fit, and therefore feel optimistic about what's to come. And we're certainly seeing that in every conversation that we're having at the moment.
Yeah, and it's coming at a time where there's a fair bit of noise out there. We're heading into a budget. There's talk about company tax. We're in an environment globally where interest rates may be rising, but SMEs just might be getting on with business.
Yeah. I think what you'll find is SMEs quite uniquely are amazingly focused on their customer set, and that allows them to drown out a lot of the noise that they're seeing. And like I said, because they've gone through this period of getting match fit, I think some of that noise isn't shaking them as much as other parts of the sectors would be.
And let's break it down a bit. SMEs is a very broad term. You've just been up in Queensland. Can you talk us through the regions? I think Queensland might be feeling a bit less optimistic than other areas like WA, which is, might have bottomed and feeling pretty bullish.
Yeah. I think a couple of things. First, I'd say almost all states are pretty optimistic at the moment. Queensland's probably the exception to that. WA and Queensland feel different when you have conversations with the customers. I'd say customers in WA felt the pinch much harder over the last couple of years, and they've certainly got a sense that things have bottomed out, and therefore things are on the rise and they're seeing green shoots, and there's a bit of a bounce in the step. Whereas in Queensland, I think the conditions are a bit different, because Queensland, while it's got a similar mining economy, they've also got a big agribusiness focus, and the drought over the last 6 odd years has been pretty tough on that sector. And as well as the fact that they've been hit by a lot more of these natural conditions over the last little while. My sense is they've done it harder for longer, which is impacting optimism a little bit.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding that, in the conversations I'm having with individual customers, they're all still preparing to invest and grow. So while the sentiment might not be as positive, they're all still taking actions that will help them do well in the future.
And you talk about individual customers. In terms of demand for credit, is any industry standing out at the moment?
From my perspective, we're actually seeing demand come from all parts of the SME sector. We're seeing significant growth in equipment finance, which is a great bellwether for confidence as well. So the sentiment survey results weren't surprising to me at all, given the equipment finance demand we're seeing. What's different is some businesses where they're really confident, so some sectors where they're really confident, they're making investments in purchasing new equipment, for example, while others might be upgrading existing equipment, etc. But they're all still getting match fit to improve. The area that we're seeing a lot more conversation about at the moment is how SMEs improve their cash flow. And we can certainly help them with that. But we're also helping them with support from businesses such as Indebted, who we're introducing to them, that are collections business that can improve cash into the business. The reason for that is the focus on margins and the focus on profitability is significantly greater over the last 2 or 3 years. I think SMEs have gotten much more confident in managing that, and that's where the conversation is at the moment.
Okay. Great, Ganesh. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Michael.